Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. I'm Melissa, the Stamp Doc, and today I'm sharing with you my free with purchase online card class. And what that means is you can get this card class for free sent to your door when you purchase $40 or more in my online store using the host code that you see below. This will be good all through the month of February, and you will get enough supplies to make 6 cards, 2 each of the 3 different designs that I'm going to be demonstrating. So those cards I'm going to be demonstrating step by step, and then over the next week I will also have those on my blog with the measurements and the supply list so that you can do those. So as you come on board, please let me know if you can hear me all right. I can certainly change the audio if I need to, and let me know where you're from. If you're watching this on replay, just leave replay in the comments so that I know that you got to watch it, and hope you enjoy what we do here today. So let's get started here. I'm going to pull up my screen that I need. And again, if you can't hear anything, please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me all right. My furnace is running in the background, so there might be a little bit of sound distortion, but hopefully otherwise it's really good. All right. So again, the card class, you're going to make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 different designs using the Ice Cream Swirl Bundle. So that is this stamp set and then the coordinating dies. And I have paired it with the Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. And this is one of my favorite paper packs from the new catalog. So it's got lots of really pretty subtle designs on it. And there's actually 12 different designs. When you do get the class kit, you're going to get 2 of each paper. And you'll be able to cut those down and use them on your cards as you like. And then I do have a bonus offer so that if you do bump your order up to $75, you can pick either the Bakers Twine or the Rainbow Adhesive Dots. And we'll be using both of these on the cards, but these are not included in the class kits unless you spend over the $75 mark. All right, so let's get started with card number 1. I'm going to pull my materials over here. And I did a lot of my stamping beforehand. I hurt my wrist earlier this week, and I just wanted to make sure I would be able to get through this today. So I'm starting with thick with basic white cardstock. I'm just going to fold that in half, and that will be our card base. And then this piece of Designer Series paper, and I believe this one measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. That's just a really good way to leave that small border around there so that the white is showing. I'll also show you how to do that without the border. So we just want to line that up on there. And then I went ahead and did some of my stamping beforehand. I don't know about you, but I always forget that you can actually stamp on the pattern papers too. So I used the little swirl stamp on this, and I used Azure Afternoon ink. That way it was a little bit darker, and it could actually show up on this balmy blue background. And then I stamped pumpkin pie. I think you can see that pretty well. Pumpkin pie on pecan pie cardstock, or not pumpkin, pecan pie on pecan pie cardstock. I think we have a lot of pies, don't we, in Stampin' Up, to create the cone. Now I do want to show you this from the die set. Let me grab that again so I can pull that in to show you. So with the dies, you're going to get this piece here, and this creates a texture on your cone, and I'll show you those later. And then this one cuts double cones. So what it will do is it actually creates a crease in the middle, and all I did was cut that in half in order to cut out my cone. So you basically get a 2-for-1 on that one. So here's what I recommend you do. is on your pecan pie cardstock, stamp one end, okay, and then you're going to die cut it by placing this over the stamped area, and then so that you get that other die cut, go ahead and place that one in that way end, and that way you're going to get one that is stamped and you're going to get one that has that texture with you, and then you've got plenty of cones for your different cards. So you'll see some of the textured cones I did earlier, but we're going to set those aside. The other thing I did for this is I stamped a straw, and I used the Azure Afternoon ink on Balmy Blue to give that. And then I also did a little strawberry. And if you don't like strawberries, there's also cherries in this kit. So we're going to do on this little piece here, this, if you do get the kit, this will already be pre-cut for you because it is not in the die cut of the swirls. So I'm going to use the Azure Afternoon, and I'm just going to stamp thanks right here in this corner. I'm going to come up a little bit because I'm going to put a bow underneath there. There we go. And I need to clean this because we're going to use this thanks again at the end. I'm going to show you a bonus project today as well. All right, get that cleaned up. All right, if you watched last week, you know I gave you a tip on your bows and your ribbons. So we're using Bakers Twine today, and I am going to tie a bow. And so I just measured 4 times the length of whatever I was going to wrap it out around. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to give me just enough without too much waste for tying a bow. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And I like this little die cut because it makes it really nice with the little scallops. You can kind of get your bow in there really nicely. Alright, so we've got a cute little bow. We need our ribbon scissors here to trim that up. And all of these colors, this is Lemon Lolly, I believe. All of these colors are in that Bakers Twine kit. So we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. And the more dimensionals you use, the more fancy your card looks. Alright. So I hope you guys are ready for a good Saturday. It's not quite as gloomy here in Indiana as it was a week ago when we did our last class, but it's not a whole lot better either. Alright, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this one, of our cone. And if you do get a kit, you'll get the die cut, or the pecan pie cardstock to do that with. Oops, I need to get that over so you can still see the thanks. Let's see, let's pull them down some there. Alright. And then I'm going to put adhesive on the bottom of this. And then because this is doubled up here, I need to double up my dimensionals as well. So I'm going to put 3 on there. I need to pull that off. And then we'll put 3 more on top. They don't have to be perfect, but just doubling those up will make sure that stays pretty even. So we've got that, and then I want to put our little straw back there at the back. So I'm going to put him there, and I'm going to put our strawberry right over. And I just colored the strawberry with real red and granny apple green buns. And if you're not a strawberry person, use the cherry that comes in the set. So this is the first set of 2 cards. Really cute. And it really is a great way to have that paper shine. Alright, so for our next card, I'm going to grab it. Let's see if I've got all my pieces here again. Again, you're going to start with your card base, which is basic white cardstock, but this is the thick version, which I really do like for a really sturdy card. And I am using Bubble Bath cardstock for my first layer, and I embossed this with the Basics embossing folder. This is one of the online exclusives, and it comes in a set of 3, and they are really, really useful. I love this dot one. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but those are some really deep impression that comes on those. So I am going to use my multi-purpose glue for this. I find that when you've got all of these extra little dots and everything, that this kind of fits into all the little nooks and crannies, and it's just going to adhere it a little bit better. So this one is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And again, if you miss any of these measurements, just go to my blog over the next week and I will have those on there for you. And then I have a piece of the Designer Series papers that's 3 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to put this onto a layer that is 3 1/4 by 4 inches, just to make that stand out a little bit. And we're going to put some dimensionals on the back there. Again, I love to use dimensionals. I think I go through just tons of these. I remember last year Shannon West sent me a package of them, and I was just almost giddy, even though I had tons of them. Can never have enough. All right, then I'm going to put that right there in the middle. Okay, so remember how last time I told you that kind of doubling up on those cones? So this was on the other side where I had the one that was just adhered there. So again, this one has a little texture to it, so I'm going to just use the glue on it, and we're going to put that right here in the center. All right, and then with the die cuts for the ice cream, I decided to kind of do a little swirl there. So I did the chocolate in the little detail and then bubble bath in this one. And I'm really just going to put my adhesive on these little layers. Now the other thing I like to do with things like this would be to use the adhesive sheets. That works really well too. But sometimes, especially like with this, I may have to wiggle it around to get it just right, and that glue tends to be a lot more forgiving. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and put that on with dimensionals, and we're just going to put them down around here. Peel those off. Glad those aren't being a pain today. All right, and then we're going to want a greeting on this, so I'm going to use the Make-A-Wish. Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud. Alright, let me stamp that. I'm going to do that in early espresso so that it kind of coordinates with that. I'm just using this on a scrap piece of paper. And then I'm just going to cut the words apart because it looked a little better and it fit better just to do that. And that's the thing. You'll see this on the next card that I'm doing, that I really did alter the sentiments a bit just to make them fit what I needed. Okay, let's get all those extra pieces out of the way. Oops, where's my make? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I already put it up there. Okay. So let's put these on with some dimensionals. We'll do that. I'm just going to go make. And one more. Let's see if we need 2 for this one. I'm going to put 2 on it just I think we could have gotten away with one, but what's an extra one? A couple cents. Make a wish. And then for one final thing on that, I want to add a little bow. And I thought I had him already ready to go. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, well, we will just cut one then. Let me get my twine out here. And I am just going to do, I think this is Balmy Blue. We'll make a little, just a simple bow there. Okay, trim that. Get those out of the way. And then you could either put this on with glue dots or a little dot of glue. I'm going to trim it just a tiny bit more. That wasn't enough for me. And I'm going to put just a dot of glue right here. And set there. All right. And there is card number 2. Oops. Oh, there was my bow. All right. So our final card there. Really cute and easy. Okay. Hopefully you like those. And for our final card, and this one was a favorite from a lot of people. I had shown this one on a different website and shared this with some of my demonstrator friends. So again, we're going to start with our basic white thick cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Then we have a piece of the designer series paper, and this is 4 1/4 by 5.5. And we are going to put this on, and this time there won't be a border on this. So this is it. And what I like to do is just kind of stack my card this way to line it up. I find that I get a much better line up on that. Okay. And then I have a piece of vellum that is 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive over here on the side. I'm going to line that up and leave just a little bit of a border. The thing with vellum is your adhesive does show, but you just need to hide it really well. The next step, I'm going to send you in your kit a Balmy Blue circle, and you will need to die cut the center out of that with the little donut die. On top of that, I'm going to go ahead, and once you've done that little donut center out of there, ooh, I am dropping things all over the place today. We're going to take the little sprinkle stamp, and we're going to stamp this all the way around. We're going to make this like kind of a donut. Kind of, but not really. How about that? And again, this is just tone on tone, much like what we did with the pecan pie on pecan pie. We're doing Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue. All right. Then I have the stamp that says, "Hope your day is sweet," and I cut it apart. So I want it to be able to use those sayings separately. So I'm going to use the "Hope your day is sweet," and I'm going to do that across the top. This. And then the other part, I'm going to just do that on my scrap piece of paper that I have over here. I'm going to stamp this sweet like so. And I'm going to fussy cut that out. So I'm just going to kind of come around and kind of do a rounded cut here. Just really kind of on those edges. Okay. And then I already stamped and colored my donuts. So we're going to put our big donut. Look at all those dimensional backings. They go everywhere. And we're going to put our donut on the front here. And we're going to kind of hide that area where we had the adhesive there. All right. I'll put it right over here. And then we're going to add our donuts. I think I'm just going to put those on. I'm going to put a few of them on one way and a few the other. So we'll put one here. Put one up here. And I did these with blends, but you could do those with your markers or anything else that you've got to color with. And I used Balmy Blue, Lemon Lolly, and Bubble Bath. Again, those are just colors that are already in this paper. So if you're ever confused about what colors to use, just look to your paper to see what colors are in that and go from there. All right, and we're going to take this little donut there, and then I want my, oops, well, let's see here, there we go, a little sweet I want right here. There we go. And then I have a cute little bow, and I think I dropped my stuff, but I put 3 strands of the Bakers Twine together and just tied those up together like that. So this time I'm going to use a glue dot to put this one on. And we're just going to put it right up here over where it says sweet. There we go. And we've got our third and final card. There are those. All right. So I'm going to put all 3 of these out here so you can see. So this again is what is coming in that class kit. So hopefully you can see most of those there. All right, but I also wanted to share a bonus project with you today. I did a swap back in early January, and this was a tag that I got that was super cute, and I thought I would share that with you also because it uses this same set also, and it's just really cute. So it's not included in the class kit, but it is another project that you could do. And I do like to do these jumbo tags many times with little gifts and such that I give. So what I'm going to do, I am starting, I want to make sure I give credit. This is from Jen, and I can't remember her last name. I will find that out. But I'm going to go ahead. The designer series paper is 3 inches by 6 inches, and the basic white is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. We're going to go ahead and put that on there. And then I am using this tag punch. And this is kind of one of those hidden gems. It was something I didn't even realize that we even had. But this is a great way to get your corners even. So you're going to put it in put your tag in for the corner like that, and just push straight down. And it's going to give you that great little edge. And then we're going to do that again. Okay. And then this little bit right here puts the little hole there in the center. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put our cone on here. This is just another textured cone. And then we're going to put this piece on with dimensionals. he doesn't look too straight, does he? I'm not sure. Maybe it just didn't die cut straight. All right, there we go. We'll get it looking better. All right, then we need glue on this guy. We'll just set that aside to dry. And I want to stamp thanks on this little tag. This, oh, that was sweet. We want thanks. We don't want sweet. I have thanks somewhere. There we go. I guess sweet would have been cute too. This is from, I believe, the Nested Essentials. I'm going to go ahead and put mine on with dimensionals too. Like that. And then these tags, like I said, these are great for like little birthday gifts or anything like that. I use just scraps of ribbon for my jumbo tags. So I'm going to use, this is the really cute Pool Party ribbon that is available as a free item during celebration. So get some of that. And then this is the ribbon that goes along with like the zoo, the Zany Zoo stuff. I can't remember what those ribbons are called, but we're just going to feed those all through this little tiny thing here. There we go. And then I'm going to fold those up. And I grab about 6-inch lengths of ribbon. You can do more or less, but I have a little jar where I keep all my ribbon scraps, and this is just a great way to use those. And then I'm going to use the black and white gingham ribbon. I'm going to just tie all of those together on top of that and wrap it around. And then I want to add some of those really cute dots because they end up looking like just the cutest little sprinkles. And, oh, let me pull that up so you can see how many different colors you get on that. Aren't those cute? They just look really yummy. So I'm going to start right here. I grab one of those. I grab one of these big ones here. And I'm going to grab a little one here. And a little one down here. Okay. And there is our little jumbo tag. Isn't that cute? All right. So the other thing that has been starring in this entire video is this glass mat. So just keep in mind you have 1 month left. If you'd like to sign up to become a demonstrator, you can get $125 worth of product for $99 plus the glass mat for free. So the glass mat's only available to new demonstrators right now. It will probably just be available to demonstrators after this also. So if you want one of these, now's a great time to get it. And the reason why I recommend this is because if you have a surface that has a little give to it, like a dining room table or anything, this gives you a nice firm surface to stamp on, and it wipes clean very easily. So it's really an awesome mat, very heavy duty, really a great deal right now. So let me put out all the projects one last time. Again, if you watch the replay, just put replay down in the comments. I love to know who came and watched. And again, if you place an order of $40 or more, I will send you all of the supplies to make those cards, and you can do those at home and send those to your friends and family. So I appreciate you spending this Saturday morning with me. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you again soon.